she is the fighter, the woman who never shut up. So she will not shut up in front of injustice. That's what we need. So that's why she will be again elected representative next year. So welcome, Marcia. Please, you can read about her, but she's suffering. She gotta go. She's been here. And stay with us because we have, if you don't have something really quick after, we stay with us. We're gonna hang out, okay? For our first one, just get it. Full disclosure, I must not have been very kind to the goddesses. So 4th of July, I had a really horrible fall and fractured my spine. So I had accepted this kind invitation months and months ago, and nothing would have stopped me truly from being here. I want to thank you so much, Elise and Dr. Norley, for inviting me. I want to thank the board of directors. I want to thank all of you for being here tonight. This is certainly a momentous occasion and a momentous time. So thank you. I would be remiss if I didn't thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, who is the master of my life. And in him I live and move and have my being. So thank you for being here. And these guys here are really my bodyguard. My husband, Ranglin-Vassell, for 30 years, and my son, Ben Jr. My twin boys over there, Eric and Terrence. I have a host of friends from Central High School. As we prepare to go back to school in a couple weeks. I don't know, because I feel like I haven't started my vacation yet. So I'm not sure how that's going to go. But I want you to just turn to the person to your right and just say, it's good to be here. I want to recognize my colleagues in government. All of you have been recognized by name, so I'm not going to spend any more time just to single you out. But I want you all to just put your hands together and let's give a round of applause. By the way, that's my sister Val over there. And all my homies in the place. Give everybody a hand. All right. All right, let me get started. My journey to this podium began when I was about 14 or 15 years old. We had no running water in my poor neighborhood that was poverty-stricken, gun-ravaged, and so my siblings decided that in our neighborhood we needed water, so they orchestrated to block the roads, and no cars could get by. You should know, I lived 11 miles from Kingston, and there was at the time only one way to get to Kingston, and we blocked that road because we needed water. So, my journey to this poem of activism and fighting for equal rights and justice began when I was about 14 or 15 years old. I've always used my voice to speak up and to speak out for justice. And guess what? I I have zero plans to stop. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Poverty looks the same way anywhere you go in the world. Poverty looks the same way in Kingston, Jamaica. It looks the same way in Africa. It looks the same way in Haiti. And guess what? Poverty looks the same way in Providence, Rhode Island. When you live in poverty, abject poverty, you have no health care, you have no clean water, you have no good education, you're often left out and left behind because people see you as other than. We are here today because caring for the less fortunate is really not a radical idea, is it? Is it? No. Caring for the poor, caring for the middle class, caring for people who are really down on their luck is a core democratic value. I'm gonna just give some dirt on myself right now. I dropped out of college. Don't try this at home, by the way. I dropped out of college at 18 years old. And at 19 years old, I signed up for the Social Development Commission in Kingston, Jamaica. And I was really tiny girl, I was about 98 pounds. And I was knocking in some of the toughest areas in Kingston, Jamaica. The areas where probably some of you would never dream of going. I was really knocking on doors and talking to people and helping to increase the quality of life for people. At the time, by the way, I was not planning to be a politician. And in so many ways, I am still not a politician. I can tell you, the only thing I love about being a politician is the fact that I'm able to do work and to move people out of poverty and to create policies that make us all equal. As I reflect and engage in change, I began to think of some great movements that changed the trajectory of so many people's lives. I thought of the Civil Rights Movement, who gave us the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which says you can't discriminate against people because of their race, their gender, their origin, or their sexual orientation. I just put that in. I think of Selma, Alabama, and more recently, the Women's March, Black Lives Matter, and the Me Too movement. I think of Nelson Mandela, and I think of Marcus Garvey. Anyone know Marcus Garvey? He was Jamaican too, by the way. And he was kind of the forerunner to the Civil Rights Movement. All these changes began because people, lots of people, became engaged and they rolled up their sleeve. And so tonight, I want to recognize the incredible work of hope and change for Haiti. We are here because in Haiti, the life expectancy is 63.3, not even 64. And because of poverty, longevity, because really and truly that's why the lifespan is that low. But this organization, Hope and Change for Haiti, is reshaping the life expectancy and the lifespan of people in Haiti. So let's give them a big hand again. I'm going to wrap this up, maybe sooner than I had hoped. When you travel, when you get on the plane, there's usually a sign all over the airports, or even if you drive to New York. It says, if you see something, say something. Say after me. If you see something, say something. I will say, if you see something that's wrong, do something that's right. Today we have to make a commitment to do work that's quantifiable. What did I just say? Quantifiable. That means that we can measure it. It's not a radical idea to do good things. It's a part of our core democratic values. I am going to use a basketball analogy and tell you and tell all of us in this room that we're all on the basketball court, except we're not in a game, because this is about people's lives and what we do to better them. This fight is really about justice. It is really about justice and equality. In 2016, America elected a president who, in my humble opinion, is racist and sexist and a misogynist. This administration, in my mind, cares little about immigrants. They feel like it is okay to put children in cages. We say no. This administration is bad for children, bad for seniors, bad for families, bad for the environment, and bad for all forward-thinking Americans. But I have good news for you. Where Washington fails, Rhode Island must lead. And so here in Rhode Island, we have an opportunity to love each other, to care for each other, to become part of the great, big, loving, caring village. This village welcomes immigrants, welcomes the poor, welcomes the disabled, welcomes the hungry, welcomes the feeble, and those that are in prison. The good book says, I was hungry and you didn't feed me. I was naked and you did not clothe me. I was in prison and you didn't visit me. Right here in Rhode Island, we have this opportunity to be a beacon beacon of hope and of change, right? We can be that city that's set up on a hill that cannot be hidden. I am going to try to skip a lot of this, just because I can. All right. So let's resist this administration. Let's pass the $15 living wage. Let's resist this administration. Let's end lunch shaming in all Rhode Island schools. Let's resist this administration by passing good, common sense gun control laws. We must resist bad policies that adversely impact countries like Haiti by ensuring that children have basic necessities like food and books and backpacks. We can resist this administration by working hard to fix bad immigration policies. So I'm going to wrap this up now. I just gave you a shortened version. I'm going to wrap it up by saying, I just want you to imagine a little girl, and she might have been about 6 or 7 or 10 years old. And she's walking to school, sometimes without shoes. And when it rains, are you still imagining? Or you left me somewhere out there? All right. Imagine the same little girl when it rains, because she had no backpack, and when it rained, it was so much she put her books right here in her blouse. Right? That is why this Hope and Change for Haiti is so important. Because when you're a poor girl in Jamaica or Haiti, and there are torrential rains and you must go to school, and you have no backpack, and you don't want anything to happen to your book because you want to protect it for your life, you actually put it in your blouse. So imagine that same little girl who went off to college, and she got on a plane, and she came to America, and imagine that same little girl who is a Providence public school teacher. And imagine that same little girl who didn't have any shoes and didn't have any backpack is now state representative of House District 5. And so, for every little boy in Rhode Island, and I know like we're live doing whatever we're doing to Haiti, little girls in Haiti and Jamaica and little boys, I want to tell you that you should never stop dreaming. Because you can be anything. And don't let anybody tell you that you can't make it. Tell them that State Representative Marcia Ranglin-Vassell told you that we ought to invest in education because education can give anyone wings. And that is why this organization is so important. And I'm here because I want to tell you that we're in the 4th quarter of the game. The buzzer hasn't blown. Everyone is on the court. We all have the ball. Now all we can do is shoot. God bless you.